And the idea is we're going to assume that something is so sure of occurring in the future that here in the present, we're actually going to talk about it in the past tense.
Something you talk about is, this is more on the mindset than relationships, but becoming your own prophet. Can you talk more about that?
Sure. Yeah. That was on an episode I did on how to become confident if you don't yet have success, which is really important because the basis of authentic confidence is the consistent felt experience of success.
Yeah.
Like you can't fake really deep, authentic confidence. It grows out of your wins. It grows out of your established record. But you got to start somewhere, guys, right? Yeah. And how do you feel confident when it's your first at bat, you know? And so I didn't invent this, but I came across this idea called the prophetic future tense, which is a very rarely used verb tense that you find in the Bible. And the idea is we're going to assume that something is so sure of occurring in the future that here in the present, we're actually going to talk about it in the past tense, which is hard. Let's see if I can come up with an example because it's kind of hard to conceptualize that. Like this conversation went so well that tomorrow everybody went on and subscribed to my channel.
Got it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm so sure of that I'm already talking about it as if it's a historical fact in the past. Now, this is kind of psychotic because clearly it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
And there's something a little psychotic about believing in yourself before you have any good reason to.
Sure.
And yet you have to do it.
Yeah.
Because what's the alternative? You're going to be too cognizant of your own lack of success, your own ineptitude, your own incompetence. We all have to start somewhere. That you're going to be a hesitant, bumbling mess, and it's going to make it very difficult to get any kind of string of wins.
And that's why sometimes you even see the opposite where the guy does have the success, but like you said, he doesn't have the confidence wherever that thing is, and he still fucks up.
There are two ways that guys deal with a lack of authentic confidence, especially when it comes to women. The first is less effective, which is they get too in their head. They see the attractive woman and they hesitate. They think, oh, what's the line I should say? Oh, no, it's not a good moment now. Now she's with some friends and, oh, no, that's no good. Well, what if she says this? They start to get too intellectual, which generally means that they're not going to approach. But if somehow they can screw up the courage to do so, they're going to come off as stilted and weird because they're like outside of the flow of time. They've decided that this is how it's going to go. And so they come off as somewhat robotic. Doesn't work. The other way that men can stumble, though sometimes they stumble into victory that way, is to compensate for their lack of authentic confidence by being really overconfident.
Yes.
And they get really handsy. They can get really loud. Really, they're kind of masking their own discomfort at doing this by kind of pushing the discomfort onto the woman, onto the other party. It does work sometimes. It can be off-putting, obviously. It can be loud and obnoxious to women, but it's generally better to err on the side of being too bold as a man than to be too timid.
Yeah. We talk about that bottom third of men having to take risks.
You have to.
This is being grandiose. If you work in sales, it's the same kind of thing. You're assuming a sale that hasn't happened almost to a level of grandiose.
Assuming the sale.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If it works in sales, it generally works with women.
Yeah.